What's going on, people? I hope you're doing good. I just want to say before we get into the video, if I am sounding a bit dead today, my throat isn't the best and I'm trying not to make it any worse than it already is. So if I sound like a dead corpse, I apologise, but hopefully it'll be better next week. But anyway, let's get into the review. Today we're reviewing The Roses, the new film by Jay Roach, the director of the Austin Powers movies. And life seems easy for couple Ivy and Theo. Successful careers, a loving marriage, great kids, but beneath the facade, a storm is brewing as Theo's career nosedives while Ivy's own ambitions take off, leading to a tinderbox of fierce competition and hidden resentment. The Roses was a movie I was very intrigued to see because it has Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, two of the best British actors in the game right now. They're so good, and both of them in a film together, that's a recipe for success. And I just love a good old black comedy where it's not afraid to go too far with its jokes, not afraid to offend anyone, not to be too out there. I just respect creators who do that and make films like that. And I'm happy to say that The Roses is a very, very good black comedy. It tells an exaggerated but really well written story about the complications with marriage and relationships, how egos and everyone's ambitions can collide and could create a messy relationship between not just the couple but their kids as well. The actions and the motivations of the characters make perfect sense in this movie. You understand why one character would start to resent the other and why that other person would start to resent them as well. So it's just a complete back and forth, and while it is very comedic, this film, and the jokes are really funny for the most part, it is still kind of sad to see this family fall apart. However, I do think the movie did hold back on the jokes a few too many times. It felt like they just wanted to go that bit extra more. They really wanted to go too far, but they were just so afraid to offend big minorities of people, so they just didn't do it. And that was really disappointing for me, because I do think when you're making a movie like this, where the comedy is so outlandish and can be portrayed as very rude to some people, I feel like you have to go further. But I also think this movie went a little bit too far with the comedy, and it starts to really affect the emotional side of things. For instance, I was really intrigued to see how the kids would react to this whole bickering with their parents. But there's only one scene and it's played off as a joke, and that was just really underwhelming. Added on to that, I do think the side characters in this movie just really didn't need to be there. They added nothing to this movie, especially Andy Samberg's character, which is really disappointing because I love Andy Samberg. He's one of my favourite comedians in film, and he was so underused in this movie, and that's the same for the other actors as well. But despite a few issues, I really did still enjoy this movie. As I said, I really do like the writing and the actions and the motivations of the characters and how different things lead to the other event. And I especially really like the ending. It is very dark, very out there, and that moment particularly is played out as a joke, but I do think it works for that ending because what you've seen before is so outlandish, and you feel like it's a very satisfying ending for these two characters because their bickering gets so annoying for everyone. It affects everyone's lives, and you feel like you've done this to yourself. You deserve that. Technically, I think the film was really good. As I keep saying about comedies, I'm not expecting them to be the most visually dazzling movies ever. And that's the same with this movie. I wasn't expecting that. And the thing is, it goes for that. It's shot competently. There are some decent shots here and there. But there's no shot in here that's going to blow your mind. The editing was competent. The music was competently produced. Overall, this movie technically is just competent, but what excels this movie is of course the performances. Olivia Colman, Benedict Cumberbatch, they are so good in this movie. They have great comedic timing. When they need to be serious, they pull that off really well, and the two actors have absolutely flawless chemistry. It was just really entertaining to see these two actors bicker with each other and just argue all the time. It's just really entertaining when you have two really good comedic actors and they're portraying really unlikable characters, but you make them entertaining, then these sort of films always work. So in conclusion, while I did have a few issues with The Roses, mainly the fact that the comedy didn't go far enough and the side characters were really not that interesting, I still really enjoyed it. And it's mainly thanks to Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch bickering with each other, and it's a really good story, exaggerated story about marriages and the complications that come with it. This is a really entertaining movie, and I'd highly suggest you see it when you can. So The Roses is going to receive a 7.5 out of 10. people, that is the end of this review. If you have seen the Moses, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.